Hello, it's Living Dead, and I am playing another WOD from the Doom World forums. This time we are given a look to A Night on the Sauce by Purity Control, and this is version 1.2 or beta version 1.2. This is a Jeezy Doom map, and we are playing on Ultraviolence. Our compatibility setting is set to default, and let's go. So, it's a pretty big level in terms of monster count, and it spans a pretty sizable area. I know because I have actually played one of the earlier versions of this map, but I forgot to turn my record on, and so I was sitting there obnoxiously just talking to nobody for 30 minutes until I looked over and realized that I hadn't captured a single second of footage. So I just decided I would come back to this map a little bit later and on my own time. But then this week a surprise happened, and the author from the forums posted an update with some tweaks to it that I'm actually very interested in checking out. Here's the proof that I actually loaded this map up before. So, one of the major complaints I had with the first version that I played was that you sit here and you pistol like 50 bad guys before you find the shotgun in a secret, or unlock a door after you get the blue key, I think. It was like literally like 10 to 15 minutes of playing, just exploring, trying to figure out where to go. And you were either using this berserk or the pistol. And as much as I find this map a pretty awesome experience overall so far, that was certainly a major black mark in my opinion. So, I mean, I have still already killed 24 bad guys before finding anything, but maybe it's just that he thinned the monsters out. Honestly, don't remember the complete distribution of monsters in this place, and I'm going in a completely different path than I did last time as well. Maybe I should have just gone the way I did last time, because I found the shotgun in a secret that was really difficult to get to. Made quick work of some of these areas over here, so let's see. I think I still remember how to get there. If you go this way, this takes you back to the beginning, and then the secret was... Actually, I think it was through this room here that I've already been in. Well, here's the blue key. And here's, oh, the chain gun. I think that's new. So if that's the case, that's a good decision. Because I really think that was only one of the major weaknesses of the original iteration, and I think just giving the player a better gun than nothing is a massive improvement in basically every way. Yeah, this is a pace that's pretty nice here. You can see a lot of good run and gun kind of gameplay here. A lot of good... One thing I always note, and I just forget to comment on, is I really love when maps use barrels judiciously to give you fun experiences to blow monsters up. And this is certainly not disappointing in that department. So yeah, we just cleared out like a room of 30 guys in the matter of like 1 minute and 30 seconds. Just all made different by the fact that the author was willing to hand over a chain gun and give me some cool stuff to blow up. So props. Huge improvement in every way. So let's see. Skip the chainsaw because the berserk's good enough. Oop. Unless you play like this, and then it's a terrible thing to have, so. Far be it from me to waste an opportunity to look stupid right after I jinx myself saying something. Whatever. Okay, so let's zoom in here. I really got to go back and change my auto map scheme. It's not very efficient. Oh my god, I cannot punch stuff today. Just like what it's like to try to punch in my dreams. Okay, so the switch here opens this secret door here. And one thing I noted here earlier when I played this the first time, I really like the use of ambient noise, which the MIDI might be obscuring just a little bit, and in fact I think it'd be a good idea to lower the volume of the MIDI just a smidgen. For my own sake at least. It's kind of loud to me. But yeah, you can hear this kind of like droning noise, which just, you know, Doom by stock doesn't have ambient sound effects. Unless you count the monster breathing as ambience, which somebody's willing to make that argument, but it's not. Alright, so here we go. Grab some of these items here. We have the shotgun here, and I never figured out a way to get it besides doing this platforming, which I was not a fan of. You have to strafe run. Oops, and you can see I was just trying to line up my jump and I just jumped right off the back, and again. Oh my god. I know I did this, I did this when nobody was watching, and now of course, it still took me like 5 or 6 tries, but alright, here's what I'm doing. I don't agree with this type of secret. I fundamentally disagree with it, so I'll just cheat and get it instead, because I did it already, and if that's not the intended way, well, I did it by jumping across the last time. And I also remarked that it's amusing to have to go jump onto this crate to get a shotgun, and then monsters show up, and then there's also a shotgun in this room, which it would just be nice if I could just go straight into that room and get that shotgun instead of doing a jumping puzzle. But because I don't really think that the shotgun changes the pace of this too much here. This is like about the pace that I'm okay with starting a level on, so I don't think you need to withhold the shotgun really to that degree. So anyways, that's just a minor hiccup. Oh, a little tiny piece of detailing there. I like the contrast between the light and the dark areas, and there's a good mix of hallways and open areas. And even though there's a lot of doors around, there's also a lot of areas that are just connected without using doors, so it gives the whole base this kind of nice little flow to it. And then when you do kind of encounter a door, it's not like it's just constantly slowing you down opening doors, which a lot of new WoD authors seem to make that mistake. I mean, I did it with my first map, is I just thought every single area had to be separated by a door. Doesn't really have to be the case. So and this map has a good touch for not completely overdoing it for the most part so far. Okay, so this is something I need to take note of, because this is actually the solution to a puzzle later, and that will get you access to some goodies. So I'm just taking a picture of it with my cell phone real quick, because that's just the easiest way to do it in this moment, even if it's not the best possible way. Hit that switch to unlock access to this room where the cacos were, and this is where you would finally get the shotgun if you didn't find it in the secret. So I guess it's not really that much of a difference, but I still disagree with holding the shotgun for the most part. Oh wait, and then here, press this flashing computer and you can get this. So that's kind of nice. I always, I don't really find the light amp goggles to be like that big of a bonus in Doom for the most part, but I do appreciate when the map can make me aware of or appreciative of the fact that I picked them up, if that makes sense. So these cacos here are just little stationary turrets. They don't really pursue the player very well, so they just kind of nuisance you. Just come back in here. Oh, who's over here taking pot shots? Traitorous bastard. My god, how much health does this dude have? There we go. I'm just gonna leave that other caco alone because I don't really want to waste the ammo. Let's go in here. And I don't really think there was any secrets in here, if I can recall correctly. I didn't feel like I could get beyond any of these graded areas, so... Okay, so got the yellow key. Sure, we give this a pretty thorough toss. And then... I don't think there's really much else to discover here, unless there's some kind of secret in these grates, but just possible. I mean, this is Jeezy Doom, so it's possible to make something that looks like a mid-texture. It isn't. It's a door. But it doesn't seem like it really does anything. There's no items teased in any of these windows, so it leads me to believe that this is just for decoration. Alright, so now we have the yellow key, so here's the fun part. Ooh. Oh boy. Holy shit, how much health did that just hit me for? That was like 100 damage. Explain that to me. I had 32 armor and 101 health and I died from that? Did I get hit by 2 rockets at the same time? Alright. So here's a good example of something cool that happens in this map. And I'll point it out here in a second. Get up to the top of this elevator, and then the music changes. So the author's using some dynamic music, and I think it actually happens right at the beginning too when you spawn in. And then as soon as you enter the next area, I believe the music changes, but I could be wrong about that. It's a pretty cool touch. Just wake everybody up, invite everybody to the party. Oh my god, that was a lot. Oh man, I did not expect to get trapped like that. That was very poor play. Okay, let's get over here. There'll be some scraps for me to pick up. Oh god. There's gonna be a scanner over here somewhere. Need this medikit. Thank you. Like he was just trying to hump the wall over there. This is a pretty cool frantic area. This is a good effective use of sniper enemies up on a perch with a nice combination of roaming enemies to really put a lot of pressure on you. But the space is well designed so that there is a few ways to flow, but there's also kind of a few dead ends that can kind of trip you up, and some hazards or boons depending on the situation with these barrels. This is a very well designed area. You know, for what appears to be a transitionary type of area, it's not. It's actually a neat little arena. Now, the only thing that you might criticize here is that people trying to go for 100%, at some point you're like, oh, I don't want to just sit here and have to shoot every single one of these guys. But, you know, it is what it is. Not that big of a deal. Okay. I could probably backtrack and get some health right now, but I don't really want to go down the elevator. I'm too lazy. Okay, so let's come in here. And this is the area where the secret that I took a picture of a moment ago comes into play. You gotta activate these washing machines here. So let's look at my little picture. So this one's in the correct spot. This one needs to be all the way down. This one needs to be one up. That one's in the good spot, and this one needs to be one up. And look, it opens this little door here. So that's a pretty cool little puzzle. I like that. It almost reminds you of Duke Nukem 3D, and how you kind of had to cycle through the different combinations for the puzzle. That's not a puzzle archetype you see very often used in Doom. So props to the author for implementing something like that. That's a good idea. Alright. Getting a little bit save scummy here, but this video can't take 2 days to finish. This is a big map. Alright. This is about to be some shit hitting the fan. That's a fucking waste. Okay. Leave some of this stuff just here. Okay. Well, if this doesn't look like a trap to you, then I got a bridge to sell you. This is a nice safe spot to hang out for a second if it's a little too dicey. But you will let these mancubi enclose on you if you stay here for too long. As long as you don't panic, that's not too manageable. I mean, that's not too unmanageable. This is like the most Jamie Paddock track. It's kind of crazy little like solo thing going on. I don't know if that's actually true. Okay, so then get in here. It opens up this door here. Alright, we're getting pretty close to where I stopped playing. I got through this zone, and then I backtracked through this zone, and then I realized I was not recording, so... Okay. Oh, one thing I noticed is that it looks like the author replaced all those door track textures. Yeah, this room was a bit of an eyesore. It's cool looking, all these different colored lights and these flashing things, but this, the interiors of these lifts here, instead of this metal texture, this thing right here, is all door track, and it looked pretty bad. So, good on the author for, like, taking that into consideration and revising it, because I think that was a wise choice. And if you're going to use OTEX, then, you know... Oh, yeah. Might as well dip into it, because... it's got a good texture for just about every situation. Alright, I do not want this, but okay, I guess I have to pick it up. Sphere, the only power-up that makes the enemies scarier than they used to be. There's a secret back here, which, oh yeah, I can't really do anything with it yet because the next area needs to change before it will. So let's go down here and clear this. Ugh. There's a good amount of variety in the kind of gameplay you get out of this map. We kind of went from the sort of more wide open, kind of like hub type of area to a couple of back-to-back arenas. Now we're in this kind of like claustrophobic utility area crawl where there's enemies around every corner and you're not really sure what's going on. So it's always full of surprises. Alright, so now this guy needs to be killed, but oh, that sucks. I don't really like how slow these are, but you know, whatever. Now I'm just looking for things to gripe about. Really? You just see a pain elemental and you just blow it away as fast as possible. Move. Ah, very nice. Alright, we are at a 50% secret retrieval rate, almost. And I don't actually know what that did. I like that we get these like new closets that open up that not only have enemies, but they have ammo for the gun that we find down here. That's a clever detail. It's because, you know, you're going to backtrack back through here. Well, you don't necessarily know that, but that's what happens. You backtrack through here. And... sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I know where to go. I think the enemies are supposed to kind of lead you back in this direction. So, but anyways, you backtrack through here. You get the plasma gun, and as you backtrack through here, now the area has been repopulated with ammunition for this gun. And you get to find a fun little permutation of the arena you were just in to test out your new hardware. What's not to like about that? That was way easier than I thought it was going to be, based on last time. Okay, so this is as far as I've gotten. So the rest of this playthrough will be completely blind. I don't know what's to come. And I actually don't know if I did what I needed to leave this area. These are all decorative doors. I guess I kind of like the idea of making the door kind of dim so you can't really accidentally sit there and just try to switch it over and over again. Okay, so where do we go now? This way? It would appear so. So we get some rockets. Either we missed it in a secret or we're just getting stocked up. Thank you. Just gonna take a second before I grab that rocket launcher. I wouldn't fully believe that this trap is completely over with yet. Right. This reminds me of like a Quake 2 type of area. Oh, what's this? Oh no! Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's do that. Okay. That's neat. Okay, that's good. See that? Oh, nope. Oh, I'm maybe not supposed to notice that. I don't know. Oh wow, that's about the best luck you could hope for with a archvile. We gotta deal with the rest of these guys. Get everybody in a row and just blast them away. Okay. Let's get this paint elemental out of here. Oh! Ooh, okay, that was cool. I wonder if that was the intention to hit that switch so that I could escape, because I could totally see somebody doing that in 2 stages where you're trapped in here until you realize this switch is here. Is what that seems like it does. I don't know if the author was intending to make it that easy to escape, but if you want the player to have to duke it out in that battle first, maybe just tuck the switch away in a slightly less descript place, because that's the direction. Well, I guess it's not necessarily a given that you'd be facing this direction, but I don't think it's that much of a stretch that you'd see that pretty easily. So I guess it depends on how easy they intended it to be. So, all right. I could just super shotgun these guys, but I don't really want to waste time doing that. Okay. Oh yeah, and then this little poison area. See if there's anybody back there. Doesn't seem like there is. Also coming over here, that's not a way forward. Let's see. It can't be the intent that I go in here, right? No. I opened this thing up right when I hit that switch. Is that what that did? What, BFG? Well, that would seem a bit odd. I hope I'm not expected to go in this way. I guess we'll save and see what happens, but... Considering the author's putting health here, I guess that's the point, but... It sucks that I have to burn my soul sphere on this. Oh, psh, ass. Give it to me after I don't need it anymore. I guess I'll pick it up. Or maybe I'll just wait, because I don't know what this is going to turn into. If the authors give me the BFG here... Seems like a pretty cleverly designed arena. I wonder if this is about to turn into something, because it's like you have 3/4 of a direction where it's totally fine to go, but then the remainder kind of looping around that lip, you have to step into the poison. So you don't have an escape route without taking a little bit of damage. And you with an interesting decision to make. Okay. So let's see. That's locked. Get it open. Having a little trouble seeing what I'm missing here. Nope. Oh. Is that on purpose? I don't know if I like that, because every other door up to this point that looks like that you don't go through. Oh, a blur sphere? No, I don't want to pick it up. I don't know what's going on here. So I'll come back up this way real quick. Did I miss something? It seemed like I was supposed to go that way. So what did I miss? This loops me around this whole thing. All these little secret doors. That took me out here. I'm very confused. What did I miss? Huh. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, this seemed like the way forward. This is from the central area. More traps here. Oh, what the hell happened here? How was I able to open this? Huh. I'm very confused. Alright, well, I heard a cyber demon. Where is he? Oh. Oh no! He got knocked off. Oh shit. Get out of my way! Oh! Okay. So, this is totally... Is the whole point of this just to come get the rocket launcher? That's something I missed earlier. What did I just do? Oh, I opened this door. Oh, shit. Well, now what? This is clearly part of like an elaborate secret. So, is there an equivalent switch somewhere else? Here, I can go this way. So this... Does that mean I can go in here now? Like... Did I unlock? I guess this is worth another final swing through. Come through here. No. But to me it seems almost pretty clear that you should be able to get into this door in here. Unless I opened this up. No, I did not. What the fuck is this? So confused by this. Oh, it's driving me absolutely nuts. I discovered something completely by accident. Okay, so I guess that's not a dual function switch, which is what I was checking. And there's a passage that I opened. Don't know how I opened, so that was there, and then what's the point in all this? Alright, just real quickly. Okay, well, I don't know. Okay. It's like I keep being almost about to give up, and then I just come back through here one more time, and it's like, no, I can't. I have to see what's going on. Alright, whatever. You could keep your secrets. Okay, let's clean up some of these bad guys first. Okay. Come on, buddy. Have to go somewhere? Nope. Twice! That's so bullshit. That's not how they're supposed to behave. I guess that's what I get for playing on default GZ Doom compatibility instead of... What in the fuck? How? A Revenant rocket just comes out of nowhere. I know I'm gonna want these for a Cyber Demon. So maybe I just need to... I don't know if I can just play GZ Doom maps but leave the compatibility settings on like boom so that doesn't happen. But I didn't know if it would also break anything that was maybe a GZ Doom only type of behavior. So I just always assumed that it was the best practice to turn it off. Oh my god. This is a little crazy. Oh man, I gotta get some of this health. Circle strafe to win. Now I just gotta figure out what to do about this nuke. It's chasing me around right now. And that will kill me as soon as it touches me. Yes! Oh no! There's too many rockets. They're still following me. Whew. Alright. Well, that's pretty cool. Oh, a night on the sauce. Oh, I came in just over par. That's actually not off from the actual recording time. Underhalls. Okay. That was a pretty cool map. It was a pretty cool adventure with a lot of... It didn't overdo GZ Doom specific stuff. It just, mostly just seemed like maybe the way the music changed was the major thing. And then of course it has this modern look by employing pretty much 100% OTEX. But even outside of OTEX, if you textured this with stock Doom 2 textures, you'd have a bunch of areas that look really good. This is a good combination of indoor-outdoor like hybrid areas, and then, you know, central areas that overlook into each other. So there's a lot of overlap in the firing lines, and it gives monsters that want to just roam around a lot of flexibility for being dangerous. And then, I mean, even though this central area is just a bunch of hallways and rooms, it doesn't feel like it abuses rectangular design, although it, you know, very much is a series of rectangles. Oh, this is like a whole area I didn't go to. Oh, the computer map. I forgot this was here last time. If I had picked this up, I probably would have figured out how to get that BFG. Let's see if we can do that real fast. So this actually is a secret area that I didn't even discover. That's pretty cool. A helipad, and it transitions from here. Interesting. Is this a thing too? Very curious. Very curious. That's cool. Well, that's a bit of a spoiler, I guess. But that's very neat. I like that. But yeah, I mean, then, you know, so you kind of go from this sort of like central, very well connected hub type of area that has just, you know, great use of lighting. In sharp and very distinct amount of contrast between the light and the shadow. The shadow is angled and wedge shaped, so it's not just like the line of the column going straight back. It actually accounts for the angle. And a good contrast between the colors used and the texture work. So even though you use OTEX, again, you know, it's smart texturing. It's not just like, oh, just OTEX will make it look good and I don't have to do anything. Again, like this neat little industrial thing that's partially outside, and that makes it kind of have this like Quake 2 type of reminiscent vibe. And you immediately kind of delve into this neat little spelunking type of thing in this very dark area that's claustrophobic. I mean, it's a nice little side quest diversion. Come up this lift, music changes when you hit this line def, although that won't since I'm no clipping. This area that seems like it's just going to be taking you from one part to the next, but instead you have a quick little fight through here that's actually really fun and engaging. And it's great that, you know, the jaunt through here is you spend this like early portion of the map in this like dimly lit subterranean type of place that's like, oh man, can't wait to get out of here. And then you finally do. It's very bright out here, it's very open, and then but it's only for just a brief moment before you're back into it, and that's cool. This was a, you know, a good use of making this area, reusing this area but changing it, so you have these compartments that open up differently the two times, and then the changing of the platform, that, you know, that's smart consideration so that it's not just a rehash that feels like you're padding it out for time. This neat little diversion into the computer area that reminds me of like Doom 3 almost. It's pretty cool. Again, good use of like spooky texturing. You hear some ambient noise, flashing lights, you know, very good use of that. This is not relying on Doom, GZ Doom gimmickry, although I think there is really cool stuff, but this is, you know, it doesn't overdo it. It leans into the strengths of the Doom engine, for sure. This thing, that was a pretty cool little change it up. Like, this is second most open area outside, I guess. Oh, is that where the guys come from? That looks cool. So is this part of the secret? I guess it's not. It's just for visuals. It's the only thing I don't really like about the way you hide a secret like that is, you know, these are like 98% of all these door textures are not used. They're used for decoration, and then there's like one instance where it is not decoration. So what is out here? So I feel like maybe even with the auto map I might not have figured this out. I bet it was like a trigger that opens a secret compartment somewhere or something. I don't know. I won't really spoil it by poking around through it. So let's just get to one final thing before we wrap this up, because I think this is about good enough. Where is it? Right out here, the final area. The beginning of this fight is really cool. I like that the archviles teleport up to the top of these platforms, and that you have this time limit that very much reminds me of something you'd see in a skill saw map, or yeah, I mean, I think that is, I know he didn't like pioneer that technique specifically, but it just makes me think of it. The only thing that I think is probably the weakest part of the fight, and maybe the weakest fight in the map, is actually when the Cyber Demon shows up. By the time he gets here, it's just this gigantic open circular arena, and you can literally just circle strafe to win. And pretty much any time I think that the strategy is just circle strafe to win, it starts to kind of break down in terms of being that interesting. I didn't really have to do a whole lot besides that, and you know, I don't really feel like the Cyber Demon showing up should ever be something where you just kind of write it off as like, who cares? But that's almost what that was like here. So I think this area would need to be a little bit more obstructive in some way to keep me from just going around completely in circles, or maybe have some cacodemons show up so that they kind of threaten to block me if I, you know, make that a little bit harder. But even then, I don't think that would be super duper effective. It's just something to consider. I mean, you know, it's not like we're knocking this down from an A to a B because of this one aspect. Now, what does that is that I didn't find the BFG, so I give this a perfect 2 out of 10. No, I'm kidding. I don't really do grades on this. I just play the maps and I talk about it. That's it. what I say about this is I liked it. It's good. Author did a great job. This is the first map they worked on. It's outstanding. It couldn't be better, basically. This is just the first map that they published, and they've been working on maps for years. Still outstanding, because it's hard to get a good map that feels great and is relatively well balanced without already having had a lot of feedback and experience balancing maps. So, I mean, either way, either lens you put on it, it was a good, solid effort that basically is better than it has any right to be. And you should certainly keep an eye on what this author is doing, because I have a feeling we're going to see some other cool stuff in the future. Anyways, the description is in, or the link is in the description below. If you liked it, give it a download, maybe show the author some love. Thanks for watching the video. Take care. Until next time.